Yeah. Okay. So, Bombardier, here we come. Attend B's class during the day. Well, you know what? This is not my fault. What the hell is that? Make it daytime. I got class. DJ always talking about how I don't want to sleep anymore.
School uniform.
Yeah.
Excellent work
Like,
today.
in the movie,
Class
it was
dismissed.
Like the first few ones, everybody's wearing the school robes. And it's like, all right, well, let's
Can't say I'm terribly fond of all
Yeah,
the
they're just
junk
wearing
in
clothes
this
by
class.
like third and fourth year.
Maybe it's like mandated for like the young students to wear robes, which would make sense, I guess. And then once you get there,
I take it you're ready to learn.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn
Like-
Bombarda now.
Good.
And this is just
Now,
like personal
this spell
for-
comes with a
I feel
caveat.
like it should be
It should
required
only
for,
be
like,
used when
maybe first
necessary.
years,
The exploding charm,
for, like, I
as you
guess,
might
discipline
suspect,
reasons,
can hurt
and,
people.
you know who to
Use caution when casting
Wet
it.
Willie too. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, my guy.
you know.
But and then the only other time is during like ceremonial events or doing like, you know, the big Halloween get-togethers or whatever.
Yeah.
So large gatherings, wear your school uniform. Anytime we're school trips, school uniform. But if you're just on campus or if you're out in Hogsmeade, you don't have to wear it. Let's see. Is this how you spell
Is this something we should be learning in school?
Better for you to learn it in school, where we can instruct you properly as to its use. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Damn, I actually have more spells than I have space for now. Because it's like, I'm not giving up Confringo. I'm not giving up Defendo. I got
You got all
Crucio
four of
now.
all four of the little pages, yeah.
Yeah, I got all four of them. It's like, which one would I?
At that point was, I just dropped my one I was reserving for utility shit. I just moved all the spells into one thing.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to do that, and then just
They
have
should
to
have
just.
had more. I don't know. Or they should have had it been like when you're in the room requirement, you just have a different thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a set of spells that only you can use.
Right, like when you walk in the room requirement, it like disables all your like damage spells or combat spells.
Just brings
That's
up
like,
all the stuff you need in there. Anyway, maybe they'll do it for Hogwarts Legacy 2. Return of
Well, the thing is,
It
it's
is,
like,
sure.
how would that even work? Maybe what you could do is, because like everybody that I've like watched videos about have talked about like, oh no, my phone's dying. Hold on, I have to get the charger. But it's like everybody talks about how it's like, well, I mean, we've pretty much explored everything about Hogwarts and Hogsmeade, and it's like, Would we just start over as a first year again? Like, and I kind of like the idea of us going to a different school, but it's like, then how do you market it as Hogwarts? Because it's like the
Yeah.
different schools
So, I
got
mean,
different
people
names.
might be into that, but like, yeah, a lot of the people just want Hogwarts, right?
So it's really tough. I mean, like, sure you could do it like some decades later, and I guess you follow a new child, but it's like, do people want to start over again? Well, maybe this will give them the opportunity to let us be a first year and like experience the years.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted to like go through school and not. Like, okay, you can leave the combat stuff in, but I don't know. It's weird.
I feel like the combat's fine. I feel like the system, there's room for improvements, obviously, but I think overall the combat's good.
Yeah.
I feel like they may need to do something with like accessing your spells in combat because it is like really janky to be slapping the right trigger to do your little wand flicks and then also holding it to do your spells and changing spells at the same time.
Yeah. It does take a little bit of practice to like swap between to do the things. So I had one that was like had a combo that I like to do, and then like I just set it by combo. So it's like, uh, I had Glacius, and then I got my biggest damaging spells along with that. So it's just like I freeze them, and then I blast the shit out of them with like I think it was like Bombarda, and uh, and then like I had one that was like Accio, uh, Incendio, because Incendio is close range, right? So
Yeah.
it's like you bring him close, and then you Incendio him, and then you just fucking yeah do that.
Mm.
And I just dropped a Flipendo because that spell sucks.
You don't like Flipendo?
Yeah, it sucked.
I think it's okay for me because I put the point into it for it to curse people. But it doesn't do any damage.
Yeah,
What
that's
are you
what I
doing,
did.
Pumpkin?
Bavada! Excellent wand work. Cast a spell just like
It's
that
like I used
every
to hate.
Bavada!
I
And
used to
in
dislike
control.
Expelliarmus or whatever because it just disarms them. But over time it's become useful, and now it does damage suddenly. So I don't know if it was like a bug or something I was experiencing, or I just didn't have enough behind it.
The Spelliarmus is good against like goblins because they have actual weapons.
Yeah.
So what you do is you hit him with the Expelliarmus, and then you catch the weapon with R1 or whatever, and then throw it back at him.
Don't you have to be spec into it to do that though?
Hey, he's back into it. It makes it good. A lot of the spells aren't that good unless you spec into them.
I feel
But it's
that.
kind of like, for me, I was maxed out in terms of combat pretty early on. I didn't
I
really,
feel that.
I didn't put in any of like the room requirement or the consumable stealth. I didn't really do much stealth. Cause I just kind of hate stealth games, so I don't really. If a game is trying to get me into stealth, I would do everything in my power to just like barge in there and fight people.
Yeah.
I'm not about
I mean-
that, so I'm gonna barge in there and fucking fight everybody. I will fight the world before I stealth.
Well, I like that we get the option too, because it's like I definitely just walk in the front door and start blasting a lot of the time. But like it is nice to occasionally just be able to just like step in and walk in and
It's like
you know, picture from a trailer with a group of people.
that's why I play all games. I hate stealth, basically. I don't know if you've heard of Miniature Nerd, but like he'll play like Fallout, Oblivion, and Skyrim and shit like that. And he plays the exact opposite of me in every way. Like he will be like, oh shit, this one guy is coming at me. I better summon, I better run away, I better use all of my utility to make sure I have the upper hand. Meanwhile, I would just be like, alright, I've got a sword, that's all I fucking need for this.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I'm somewhere in the middle of that because it's like at the beginning of this playthrough, I was definitely all I had was the wand and that was it. I didn't even have potions because I always ran out of them. So like for like almost the first 20 levels, I was just like in the shit the whole time. But like
I actually
now I got like the full grip.
Like so many potions and like the plants going on. That's like way different than I played. I never used the consumables really.
Yeah, sometimes like I don't know. It's like it's cool to have them, but like there's a part of me that's like I'm drinking too many potions because like by the time I drink the fucking focus potion, they're dead from the chomping plants. I'm just like, well, damn. So now I'm just like, it's like I'm thinking about just using whatever makes it more convenient because it's like if I can fight these guys with just the one, maybe like a potion, I'll just do that. But if it's like it's getting real hectic and I'm getting slapped around and like the screen's turning gray because my health is low, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start busting stuff out because like I don't know, when the screen turns gray, I get a little frustrated because like you need to be able to see the colors, or I feel like you do.
Wait for what?
I don't know, when it's black and white, and it's probably just like a personal thing, but like for me, it kind of feels a little tough to see the parry icon.
It was black and white.
Yeah.
Does it go black and white? You get low health, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I couldn't
It's
even
like
games do that. It's like, oh, you need to focus on what's happening. Let's fucking change everything. Make the screen harder to see.
Yeah.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel
And
was
it's like,
before I
now that I've
invented
put so
flu
many
powder.
points into all the like combat spells, I feel like the combat's not really an issue anymore until I get up to a boss or something, and that's when I like bust out all the extra tricks and things. And some of the talents I put in it just because they were funny at the moment. Cause like I don't know. I don't wanna say you get more points than you need, but like there's definitely a moment where like once you figure out your playstyle, you pretty much got it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Because it's like if you really wanted to, you could just spec it to the plants early, and then I mean if you wanted to save scum it, you could just hit chest until you find the right one.
Revelio.
I also feel like because I did so much side questing, like picking up collectibles and shit like that, and looking for cool clothes, I'm like grossly overleveled for some stuff. Even though they make everything scale when it comes to combat. I mean, like there's that.
How
That is
nice
good
to
thing.
see you, my young
Level
friend.
40 is low count.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if you're experiencing that, but like, I don't know. Maybe it's just I just stopped doing a lot of this like gun. I just felt a lot of it wasn't worth doing. So my experience really slowed down. And I don't know if it's because it seemed harder to level up. I just wasn't doing enough to level up, or who knows.
I feel well, I'm just getting into the 30s, and I feel like it could be just the lack of like quest. Like,
You'll never believe
total
what
that
I've
you were
learned.
What did
doing.
you discover in the spellbook we
like,
found in the
I'm getting about the
scriptorium?
same XP
Salazar
for everything
Slytherin's
that I was when
spellbook
I
was a
lower
little
levels,
difficult
and
to
it's like
interpret,
filling up the little
but
bottles
fascinating.
somewhere.
Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
I feel that. Do I regret using Crucio? No.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it,
Sometimes you gotta use the,
because in the spellbook
you know,
I also found something else.
you gotta
References
take
to a
advantage
lost
of all the
relic,
tools.
which, from what I can tell,
Even if
grants
it's,
the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
We should definitely tell Ominous because he's gonna find out.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
Alright, man, look.
And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
What just apparated off the table?
I am not letting this go.
What an exit.
Ominous,
Look,
Sebastian
the
meant
barrel's still
well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Wait, what happened?
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. When you look into Ominous's eyes, he look a little dead.
He's blind.
Wait, he's blind?
Yeah, bro.
Holy shit, it makes sense now. Wait, how is he always pulling up on the scene like this? Does he use magic to see?
Yeah, you never noticed his wand? How he's like using his wand to like move around and shit?
Oh shit. Yeah, bro. I guess I missed the dialogue when they first dropped that knowledge on your head, but like, fuck. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm really lazy, but like, if you give me a quest and I can't track it with the map, I'm just not doing it. Is that bad?
You've been conditioned by games to like this way. Just don't tell anymore when boomers that says that.
I just don't want to have to look at some picture of a map and then walk around aimlessly for 30 or 45 minutes and then feel bad because I wouldn't look
like
at
a
the
Yours
guy.
indeed, your field guide.
Yeah.
I'm most pleased to be included.
Because I'd be like, if he was a... Or that.
Bombarda! Alexius!
Oh no. I guess that's the time. Meet with Poppy Sweeting. Popping on my brain. I got any of them balloons around here I need to pop? Hey, Do I have this? Yeah, I probably got this already. Oh, I didn't. Heck yeah. Is something gonna change about it so I know that I have it in the future? Oh, it's got a little fire on it now. Oops.
I've had enough of the belt.
Bitten forward. I'm also probably overloaded.
You should never have come here. To your knees.
Revelio.
That's a solid fedora. I'll do better than that. Unforgivable too. Did they reduce the cooldown on it or something?
What do you think you're doing? What have you done?
The beast around us can sleep a bit easier now.
Okay. There was something in there. I can't remember if I'm streaming or not. I don't think I am. Am I? No, I'm not. Oh no. My phone's gonna die. $13 hours to charge? What kind of shit is that?
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
keeping things from Gran, are we?
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way. A centaur. Tread carefully.
What you mean? I've hung out with plenty of centaurs at this point. I fought people a long
An
time
entire
ago.
castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
But why y'all
Please,
suddenly
we
gotta
don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true.
Why is my
Our
robe
kind
up?
is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
Okay.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
You know what? Let me get back inside. My leg. Ooh.
poachers were here, all sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin-made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
What I wouldn't give to be a demiguise right now.
Come to think of it, months ago I had a brooch. Nice it was. Sparkled like the glint in my eyes when I find out which one of you thieving lot stole it.
Mr. Tallis.
What you all dribbling over there? Look like you've been had by the flobberworm himself. Mr. Someone messing about.
Are you even...
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding them. The magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out. Revelio.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now. And the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
That's it. Lightfooted's the word.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain with him. Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't gonna get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is gonna get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Not much longer now. Soon our necks will be out from under wizarding boots. Wizard kind.
Mr. Tallis. Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite a fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her on, shall we? Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it. Revelia.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful! Ramrock will want his dragon intact!
I've heard centaurs quieter than you.
You're the one we're looking for, ain't you, poor friend? Careful.
Stop right there! The lamb returns to the wolf. I've never met one.
Estimated you.
Very well. What's the point of this madness? Never did care much for research. Fighting with Queen, darling. Bring on.
Expelliarmus!
What have you done?
Fringo! Leviosa! Flipendo!
Still hoping to survive.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Sendo! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
This way.
Honestly, I
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
you don't even get a run.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It'd be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
We gotta make $200, Rob.
Revelio.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Bro, Google 28-inch pizza right now. The Google images. Rob, Google the thing right now. You'll see how foolish you sound.
I sound like a foolish thing I can conquer.
I'm saying you sound like a
28-inch pizza.
for thinking you can fit a 28-inch pizza into your oven.
Okay,
Without
maybe
cutting
not,
it.
Not, I think I can eat
That's that.
probably.
I don't think I could eat one by myself, but with one other person, I think I could. Yeah.
I think
talking about this. Me and Austin, it's like, but back then it was like a 72-ounce
Yeah,
steak.
yeah, it was a big
Austin
steak.
was like, it's like if I have no time limit, I can just let him
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we both can see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself before Tobbs found him.
Here's a picture of the pizza. You gotta get this. Honestly, $50 a pizza, probably worth it. Also, the way they cut it up in the little squares.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story, and now yourself. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Actually, perhaps another time.
All I know is that you can't stand up or go to the bed.
Oh my god, that's such bullshit.
And you get 2 large. Oh, hey, it says drink 2 large drinks, but like, you get to drink 2 large drinks.
I think I got
Like, look at this skinny dude. Like, I'm posing with it, dude. This guy is not gonna be able to do it. I'll make pizza, isn't it, fellas? You get to choose what's on the pizza? It is roughly 3 times as big as a typical large pizza, 60 inch.
That is fucking. They literally give you
Revelio.
You should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
That's your ninja way, bro.
It's like everybody's cheering him on. Entire restaurant always
They was mad excited and supportive. They were the fact they were like, the referees on the heat. The referees trying to come over there and disqualify him. They're too embarrassed to actually say it out loud. He's like, we didn't say that. That's the thing. That's why he's sweating.
It just says he can't blow up.
This is against the rule. This is clearly. In case you're still fitness around face to chest.
He's purchased half the pizza. That's like, I feel like it's really easy with 2 people. I really do. Two people? I think we got it.
That's my main goal.
Yeah.
It's to receive. If you get to the end of this and they're just like, oh yeah, you have $300 in Cece's pizza credits, I'm going to fucking fight.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of...
Fight the manager.
You get to eat CC's. You did a biggie.
I mean, how much does a
Then I
buffet
fight the manager.
at
and
CC's
that's
cost?
That's what I'm doing. Square the manager. Shit running down my leg. I'm just like, look at what you made me do! Look at what happened!
Revelio.
If it was just 300 buckaroonies without, like...
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Revelio.
3 broomsticks. It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
The faster one. Baby.
Okay, that is a good point people are bringing up. Is you don't want to drink the drink until the end. If you can manage it. 'Cause you're gonna take a piss if you drink the whole drink.
Yeah.
Revelio. The Grey Lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social.
Yeah. And then they do things.
So this is the underground harbor.
Wilde Korba.
Yeah, I really want a pizza. It doesn't have to be 20 inches.
Yeah. These slices left.
Revelio.
No. How dare you put the chest where it can't go? How do I get down there?
just sloshing off the side of your mouth as you just glug, 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 just fucking grapefruit technique that bitch. Oh.
Revelio.
Deep.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere. Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The snake bird.
No. Incorrect. The answer was the golden snidget. The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Liquid luck.
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
Horcruxes.
No, the answer was the Deathly Hallows. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consist of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
True.
Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
Those were the easy questions?
I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind.
From this little girl.
I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
I think you get the same reward, regardless of whether you right or not. I don't think she asked you any more questions after that initial trial.
No, I mean, you can come back and ask more questions.
Oh no, I never did that. You're right. Yeah, she asked you want to do it again? And I'm like, nah, no thank you, not right now.
Revelio.
Do another quest for her later on. You mentioned something. She mentions the quest or the quiz.
Want to do trivia again? No, what it does. I'm trying to.
Can't believe we got clowns out here here, actually out here, not learning unforgivable spells.
What do you mean? You talking about Josh right now?
Yeah, I'm talking about Josh right now. No, he's not. He's still killing people. We already had this discussion. There are no good wizards.
Ravenna.
Right about. Check it out now.
Check it out
Funk
now.
Soul Rubber.
Funk Soul Brother. You know, I'm gonna watch it recently is the
Wait, so break it down for me. Hold on, I'm sorry. Before you get into that. So is it Funk Soul Rubber or is it Funk Soul Brother?
I think it's Funk Soul Brother.
Huh.
It's time to trade in my ocean.
Rubber for
I thought it was the Funk Soul Rubber. I'm gonna look this shit up, bro.
What the fuck is Funk Soul Rubber?
Funk Soul, like the funk is soul rubber.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
I made it to president. I married a ghost. She keeps possessing shit and breaking it.
What is this, a sin or something?
Beautifully done.
It is. There you go.
Thought I was looking over like some of the funnier parts of the book.
I heard you.
Fucking
Conversation.
So what is his name? Petunia's husband, Mr. Dudley. Whatever the fuck his name is, you know? He all of a sudden starts seeing like all of these strange things.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
The cat's just standing there like, no, just a cat. Turns out that cat was actually Professor McGonagall.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm not certain I needed all the extra assignments.
And I'm certain you would not have been as successful without them. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to an ex-aura in Upper Hogsfield connected in any way to Professor Fig? I can't begin to imagine what that was about.
Trying to offload this yellow paint she got. No.
Not at all. I was merely interested in learning more about the Aura program. I saw Professor Sharp's Aura badge and was intrigued.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Right.
Since our visit to Feldman, it's been dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
I plan with the help of a friend, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find the key to the goblin mine south of Hogwarts. And bring someone who speaks goblin.
Hello, Gareth. So, has your aunt been taking it a bit easier on you lately?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, a few days ago, she gave me a detention. I was only testing a new recipe in a mostly empty classroom, and the fire was put out quick enough.
If you're setting things on fire, then perhaps you ought to rethink your choices.
That's exactly what Aunt Matilda said. Can't let the doubters sway me. When they taste my latest brew, they'll forget their criticisms and the fires. It'll be bigger than butterbeer. Oh, that gives me an idea. Better write it down. Best of luck to you.
And you had a house elf in the kitchen.
Over here.
Oh, I do hope Mary and her neighbours aren't harmed.
Excuse me, sir. Are you all right?
Just barely. But I don't want to trouble a student with my woes.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
I'm not so sure. Name's Crispin Dunn, by the way. I trade in the surrounding hamlets. Do the most business in Arranshire. A lovely little hamlet. Just stunning gardens. Just the other day, the Daily Prophet ran an article on its scenic hedgerows. Actually, before I go on, I should ask, are you afraid of spiders?
Spiders don't bother me at all. You'd be impressed by how many I've dispatched lately.
Lucky you. The hamlet's overrun with the vile things, and they're acting abnormally aggressively. I'm concerned about my customers, of course, but it appears that most of the hamlet's residents fled to safety. It's my friend Mary I worry about. I haven't heard from her, and I fear she's trapped in her cottage.
Understandable. But why don't you check on her yourself?
I would, but I have a crippling fear of the eight-legged beasts, which I, unlike you, seem incapable of conquering. I don't know what to do. Can you think of anyone who can help Mary?
Why are there so many spiders in Arranshire all of a sudden?
I honestly don't know. I've never seen so many spiders in all of my life. It's almost as if someone's breeding them. They've trapped the entire hamlet in webs. I was lucky to escape it all. Mary always has a way with these beasts. It's very concerning not to hear from her.
Why didn't you ask the ministry for help?
I did. Reached out to anyone who would listen. Tried Minister Spout old Spavin himself. But evidently they have their hands full with who knows what else. It seems this little hamlet has to fend for itself.
I'll try my very best, Mr. Dunn.
Please do. If you can think of anyone that may be brave enough to help, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. They'll find Arranshire southeast of Hogsmeade, just below the train station.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Do we need to? Okay.
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a port key that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can.
Alright, DJ.
I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Eating this pizza.
Revelio.
I hate to see a creature get put down like that. But trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
Oh, pizza challenge.
I so enjoy chatting to Thomas Brown.
Oh no, but
It's at CC's. It's a $50 buy-in. You got 2 people, and you get $300 if you win. You have to eat 28 yeah, I guess 28 inches of pizza, 2 large drinks in an hour. Can you do it? Rob's gonna shit himself, so.
it could actually, I think it's, you know.
I've always travel broadens the mind.
And, you know, worst case.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Not only but I think
Confringo!
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that had struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
There they are, up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
I'll give them what they deserve.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
Who is it? What's that? Who's there?
Having that mushroom stew like what my mother used to make. Like heads of lettuce, those mushrooms were. Afraid to fuck? I know you're here somewhere.
Doing it again. It's like, how many times you let these damn dogs out, bro?
Let's get this over with.
Bombarda,
We must remain unseen.
Release the hounds.
Yeah, it was like small. The sandwich I got was like giant.
Yeah, look wide as fuck, right? Two of them. Yeah. Chicken breast stacked together.
Yeah.
Now, did
I
you
think
get
this
bacon on
might
yours?
taste it better too, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, bacon on it.
I used to get the grilled chicken breast.
Oh, I never got
And the bacon.
I always had to get fried bacon. I would crunch.
The bacon and cheese. And then pop opera. Why is it so easy free on TV?
Is that song stuck in your head? Pop in your head, huh? Yeah, it's on it now. It's forever X.
Man, why is it so easy free on TV?
Why does it sound so easy to breathe?
I'm popular here. They all sing to me. La 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 la. I need salesmen. They want my soul, Claire. They fight over me like dogs. And the girls are singing. They dance to it. I assume. Yeah,
Right,
we
she
do.
can't see.
La la la.
Because he can't fucking see.
I need my spokes, Claire.
What the hell is taking you?
Tell me.
Why does it sound so easy?
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
I don't think you actually ever go to class to learn.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
Your first stealth
Perhaps we
encounter,
can
you're
find
like,
an
oh, yeah,
alternate route up ahead.
choose this.
Sneaking around has its appeal.
Instantly. You just tap them on the shoulder. With your wine, they freeze up and die.
Got your ass.
Right, that's how I be feeling when I tap. Like, ooh, gotcha. Gotcha.
Who's that?
Someone there.
Shove your somebody. Up here. This is almost too easy.
Sendo.
Flipendo.
Sendo.
Arresto Flipendo. Sergio. Leviosa.
Get away with that.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Except you never left at all, you idiot. Been all in. We see you, Opal.
Revelio.
We see you, Opal.
Silent as a grave.
I should tell you. Rumor is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders.
Ominous in his being ominous.
One of these days, Rob, we're gonna watch that damn video of the breakdown of this house has people in it, so you can see how deep that shit goes, bro.
Oh, this day's gone on too long.
Like it goes so deep that like it literally goes out like outside of the video. It'd be like goddamn fucking other YouTube shits, other websites and shit. It's crazy. That's a short film. Those some had a long time ago. What? This house has people in it? Yeah, it should make it
See
uncomfortable.
myself doing this sort of thing forever.
You'll be way
Fancy
more
I'll have my own
uncomfortable when
operation
you
worked out
actually,
one day.
if you knew
People
anything
working
else,
for
like
me.
you see any other side shit, like the like if you go to the website, what's up?
I love when they start flying with the mirrors. It's great.
It's like the same thing as like backroom stuff.
I deserve better than patrol duty.
He just said so. He was talking. Lucy. Fine.
I'll be quieter than a
For better or for worse, we're in.
Oh yeah, I thought that was the older brother.
Mr. Tallis.
all around.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
You made me change the whole goddamn input, nigga. What was that?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
Blast off of my shoulder. Straight through the goddamn roof.
Here. Guardium Leviosa.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
I gotta go to bed. Some asshole decided we need one last hour to do.
Revelio.
I'm in here, bro. Go underwater and shoot these niggas.
Confringo.
Must be something around here that can help.
Are we going to what's called? We going to Almaz or are we going to...
Guardium Leviosa.
I'm trying to change my what's called?
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Reparo.
And what else? For some reason, it got rid of all the ones I had. Okay. It erased all my shit. I'm ready now.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Alright, let me know,
Incendio. Revelio.
Let's say September.
Rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight. We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Confringo. Lumos.
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 Revelio.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Levioso.
You're making this job. You're weak, human. I won't rest. Dead. Childish.
You won't get away with that.
certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap. Slytherin.
Ah, there's that Hufflepuff loyalty you're so well known for.
Revelio. Levioso.
We can have a look around in peace.
Confringo. Levioso.
A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it. Confringo. Levioso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols.
Confringo. Revelio. Levioso. Confringo.
Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio.
You trying to pick him up? Get your bitch ass out of here, nigga. You gone too.
We got any notes on this thing?
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Revelio. If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols and ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts. And now for the truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins.
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
Is he mad I didn't agree with him? Sebastian's having a hard time with me not liking what he's doing. He was mean to me and I told him he was mean. Now he's bugging out.
A Daedalian key. Wonder where it might lead me. Revelio.
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course! How exciting! I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
It was called Smoke some smoke.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no.
Yeah, I smell smoke.
I'm so
yeah.
looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Revelio.
Hell no. You better be hurrying the fuck up. You better be dying by the time it's day 0. I'm dying. Are you dying? I'm out. You don't need to leave that. You don't need to leave that. Now, how you making all that damn noise? Splashing ass. Nobody climb that bitch. I don't see.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here.
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lodgok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ?
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
The door is looking at us. Lumos.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
The mind's eye.
Books rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward. Bombard.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting. I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
We need to be careful. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least.
Is sure to appreciate the
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
We're being watched by a door. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
There must be more notes around here. What could they be building? If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Sleep on my feet, look.
Tell us.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio.
Quiet. Too quiet, if you ask me. Hello? Quiet as a crap, you are.
Goblins will finally rule over wizards.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Revelio. Aquí.
rightfully ours.
Feels like I've been at this for hours.
Not your best fun, I Put me on the ground now! I'll kill you when I get down from here!
Unless you were to worry about. I won't rest until we Why are you back this way?
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, Amit.
Clever. This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Alohomora. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Revelio.
Can we please talk about...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lord Gog.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lord Gog, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
I hope Professor Fitz...
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spint Witches as soon as you can.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented food.
If I thought I could complete this sooner, I'd open my own.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. You're with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details?
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more.
Miss Reyes is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting. An honest day's work.
Only a hairy-hearted sod would cast Flipendo on.
Well, hello there. Come in, look around, and if you've been eating chocolate frogs, please refrain from touching. I'd say that looks as if it was made for you. I'd say that looks as if it was made for you. I'd say that looks as if it was made for you. You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrag's promise. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.